This antique, ornate, solid brass stand has a horseshoe-shaped base and is 6.25 inches tall. Its age is unknown. What is this fireplace accessory? This is a log support for a fireplace, more commonly known as an andiron or fire dog. Andirons are typically used in pairs. They are placed inside a fireplace to hold logs up off the hearth floor. This allows air to circulate underneath the logs, which promotes a better and more efficient burn. The decorative front part, the brass stand, sits in front of the fire, while the horizontal bars, which would have been inserted into the holes at the bottom, extend back into the fireplace to support the wood. They are both a functional and highly decorative element of a traditional fireplace. This wooden pole, approximately 4 feet long, has a bent steel wire end. It has been in the finder's attic for 20 years, stored at the peak of the roof in 2 steel eye hooks. No obvious uses for it in the attic come to mind. What is this simple, long-handled tool? This is identified as a mop handle, specifically for a type of mop head that is secured by a clamping mechanism made of bent steel wire. The wooden broomstick is the handle. The bent steel wire contraption at the end would have a lever or a tightening screw that clamps down on a cloth or string mop head, holding it securely for use. This style of mop handle was very common before modern plastic mops with proprietary screw-on or clip-on heads became the standard. Its storage in the attic eye hooks was likely just a convenient place to hang it out of the way. This handle has an embedded thread which can close a hole, as if to be secured on a round post. It also has a slotted metal piece which can be pulled in with a knurled nut, and the front piece has a slot, as if a wire should go through. The finder in Europe wonders if it's for twisting wires. What is this tool? This is a handle for a wire saw. A wire saw, sometimes called a commando saw or survival saw, is a flexible wire or cable with abrasive teeth used for cutting wood or other materials. It typically has a handle or a ring at each end. This specific object is one of those handles. The wire saw itself would be passed through the slot at the front, and the knurled nut would be tightened to clamp it securely in place. The thread for securing it to a post might be for creating a more stable bucksaw-like frame, but it's primarily a handheld tool. Found next to a park in Cambridge, UK, this is a metal sphere with 4K stamped on it, which obviously refers to its weight. A banana is used for scale. The first thought was a cannonball, but research suggests that's unlikely. What is this heavy 4 kilos metal ball? The serious guess, and the correct one, is that this is a shot put. A shot put is the heavy metal ball used in the track and field athletic event of the same name. The 4 kilogram, approximately 8.8 lbs weight is a standard size for women's and junior men's shot put competitions. Its discovery near a park or an athletics track and field area is a strong clue, as it's a place where someone might practice the sport. It could have been lost or simply left behind after a training session. This kit of plastic items with adhesives was found inside a work briefcase. It includes 2 long pieces, 6 small pieces, and 1 card with 9 adhesive squares. They seem to be for mending or attaching something. What are they for? These are stick-on holders for a laptop privacy screen protector. Some privacy screens are not fully adhesive, but are instead designed to be slid in and out of place as needed. This kit provides the mounting hardware. The user would stick the small plastic guide tabs around the bezel of their laptop screen. These tabs create small channels into which the rigid privacy screen protector can be easily slid and held in place in front of the display. This allows the user to remove the privacy screen when it's not needed, for example, when they want to share their screen with a colleague. If you love uncovering strange and mysterious objects, hit like and subscribe. Your support genuinely helps YouTube's algorithm find more curious explorers like you. Thank you for helping us grow. Stay curious. Found in a forest in Saskatchewan, this fluffy white thing is about 5 inches wide and has stiff hair. The finder kicked it, confirming its texture. The theories are that a deer lost its tail, or it's a weird kind of fungus. What is this? This looks like a hunk of deer hair attached to a bit of hide. This is a common sight in areas with a healthy deer population and predators like coyotes or wolves. After a predator makes a kill, they will often consume most of the deer, but scraps of the hide with the hair still attached are frequently left behind. Deer hair is hollow and brittle, which gives it the stiff feel described. The white color is typical for the underside of a deer's tail, or the hair on its belly and rump. Made of plastic, this object looks like it's press-fitted together after the fact. The finder has no idea what it's for. What is this kitchen or bathroom accessory? This plastic, press-fitted item is a holder for a scrubby cleaning sponge. These are common kitchen sink accessories. They often have a suction cup on the back to stick to the inside of the sink or the tiled wall above it. The holder provides a dedicated place to store a wet sponge or scrubby, allowing it to air dry between uses, which helps to keep it from getting smelly and mildewed. Its simple plastic construction is typical for such an inexpensive and practical sink organizer. These small, ridged metal pieces with black plastic caps were found in a home. What are these small repair components? These are replacement heel pieces, also known as heel tips or dowel lifts, for women's high-heeled shoes. The very bottom of a high heel is a small, replaceable plastic tip that is attached to a metal pin. This tip is the part that makes contact with the ground, and it wears down over time. These are the spare parts that a cobbler, or someone doing a DIY repair, would use to replace a worn-out heel tip. The ridged metal pin is driven into the heel, and the black plastic cap provides the durable walking surface. This is a long, gray, rigid metal track with a hook on the end and a spring inside. It's approximately 30 inches long and 0.5 inches square. What is this window hardware? This is a spring assembly from a house window, specifically a type of window balance used in single-hung or double-hung windows. Window balances are mechanisms that use springs to counteract the weight of the window sash, making it easy to open and close, and allowing it to stay in any open position without falling shut. This specific type, often called a channel balance or a block and tackle balance, consists of a metal channel, the track, containing a system of springs and pulleys, with a hook at the end to attach to the window sash. This lightweight metal tool has a bent end and a hard plastic handle. A metal washer is held onto the bottom of the handle by a Phillips head screw. It was found near some trees in a yard. What is this outdoor tool? The commenter has the exact same tool and identifies it as a combination cover remover and wood poker that comes with a metal fire pit. The bent hook at the end is used to safely lift the hot metal mesh cover or spark screen off the fire pit without burning your hands. It can also be used as a simple poker to adjust the logs in the fire. Its lightweight construction is typical for an accessory included with a consumer fire pit. This black Chevy-Made multi-tool was found in a late grandfather's golf bag. It appears to have a knife and a file attachment, but its main shape, with 2 points at the end, is a mystery. Why would Chevy make it? This is a golf tool, but it's not a divot tool for repairing fairway turf, but rather a ball mark repairer. When a golf ball lands on the soft putting green, it often leaves a small indentation called a ball mark. This tool, with its 2 prongs, is used to carefully repair this mark by pushing the surrounding turf back towards the center, which helps the green to heal quickly. The knife and file are just extra features. Automakers like Chevrolet often give away branded items like this as promotional gifts or at sponsored golf tournaments. This leather accessory, about 20 cm long with a keyring and button, was a free item included with an order from Saddleback Leather Co. It's unrelated to the item ordered and isn't on the company's website. What is its intended use? The company itself provided the correct answer. This leather doohickey is a cigar pipe AirTag holder. It's a discontinued item, which is why it's not on their website. The clever design has a loop or rest for holding a cigar or a smoking pipe. The buttoned compartment is designed to discreetly hold an Apple AirTag, allowing the owner to track the location of this accessory and presumably whatever valuable smoking implement is with it. It's a very niche and stylish accessory for the tech-savvy cigar or pipe aficionado. These metal plate thingies were found in a drawer next to a Thermador range oven. What are these kitchen appliance accessories for? These are identified as spill trays for something on the range or oven. Their purpose is to collect grease runoff, drips, or spills from cooking. Based on the description that one edge sticks out to be slid between surfaces, these might be spill trays that fit under the stovetop burners, or perhaps they are designed to slide onto a rack in the oven, under a rotisserie or a roasting pan to catch drippings. They are designed to make cleanup easier by catching messes that would otherwise bake onto the oven or stovetop surfaces. Ordered a pin gauge set, but received this instead. It's a magnetic metal object, 5.25 inches long, that comes apart and has flattened sides. What is this piece of hardware? This object looks like a weld-on hinge. These are heavy-duty hinges designed for applications like heavy gates, doors, or custom equipment. They come in two parts that interlock with a pin. Instead of being attached with screws, each half of the hinge is designed to be welded directly onto the metal gate and the metal post, creating a very strong and durable pivot point. The flattened sides would provide a good surface for the welding. This black screw-in valve-like thing was found floating in the water inside a Camelback hydration bladder. It doesn't seem to attach to anything on the Camelback, so how it got there is a mystery. What is it? The key question is, where did you fill up your Camelback? This is identified as the end of an aeration tap, also known as a tap aerator. A tap aerator is the small, often mesh-covered piece that screws onto the very end of most modern kitchen and bathroom faucets. It introduces air into the water stream, which softens the flow, reduces splashing, and saves water. It's possible that the aerator on the faucet used to fill the Camelback was loose and simply fell off and into the water bladder during the filling process. The finder's boss wants to know what she found in her log cabin living room. It came in a box of 4, is a bumpy cylinder roller, 2.5 inches long, and looks like it snaps into place. The axles are fixed, so both sides rotate in tandem. What are these? What you've got there appears to be a detachable massage roller head, likely from a handheld massager, a massage gun, or a spa product. The plastic tabs on the sides look like snap-in connectors, which is how attachments lock into many massage devices. The bumpy or knobby texture of the roller is designed to provide a deep tissue or trigger point massage. The fact that they came as a set of 4 suggests they might offer different textures, or are for a device with multiple interchangeable heads for different types of massage. Found at every RV hookup site at a state park in Arkansas, this is a metal arch with hooks. It seems too sturdy for fish, and there isn't a corresponding one for a hammock. What is this for? This metal arch with hooks is a lantern hanger. At campgrounds, these are often provided at each campsite as a dedicated and safe place to hang a camping lantern, whether it's a battery-powered one or a fuel-burning one. Hanging the lantern provides better area lighting and keeps the hot or fragile lantern off the ground or picnic table, where it could be a fire hazard or easily knocked over. Its sturdy construction is to ensure it can safely support the weight of even a heavy lantern and withstand the elements. This metal rectangle, 9.5x7 inches, was found in the ground in the yard of a 1940s home in central Kentucky. What is this piece of railway hardware? This is a single-shoulder railroad tie plate. A tie plate is a thick steel plate placed between the railroad rail and the wooden railroad tie. Its purpose is to distribute the immense load from the rail over a larger area of the tie, to prevent the tie from being damaged, and to hold the rail at the correct gauge, distance apart. This single-shoulder design has one raised edge, the shoulder, that braces one side of the base of the rail. Spikes driven through the holes in the plate would secure both the plate to the tie and the rail to the plate. Small, round, brown, and white objects were found in Astroturf. One may be a stone, but the others are a mystery. A fire pit type thing is nearby. What are these small pellets? These are likely rubber fill pellets, also known as crumb rubber infill, a common component of modern artificial turf systems. Astroturf and similar synthetic grass fields are often infilled with a layer of these tiny rubber granules made from recycled tires, and sometimes sand. This infill provides cushioning to the surface, helps to support the artificial grass blades, and gives the field playing characteristics more similar to natural grass. The brown and white colors could be from different types of rubber or other materials mixed in. This tool is telescopic, but not magnetic. It has a small loop at the end. It was left over by the previous homeowners. What is it for? This is either a simple telescopic pointer or one of those poles that tour guides carry. As a pointer, it would be used in presentations or classrooms to point to details on a map, chart, or screen. In its other role, a tour guide would attach a small flag or ribbon to the loop at the end. By extending the pole, the guide can hold the flag high above their head, making them easily visible to their tour group in a crowded area. This helps the group stay together and follow their leader. This fixture in an old house closet stands approximately 3 feet tall. It consists of metal rods, has no shelves, and is approximately 2 inches deep. What is this shallow, rod-based storage unit? This is a built-in shoe rack. Specifically, it's a type often found in older closets that is designed to hold shoes by their heels. The 2 parallel metal rods are spaced in such a way that you can slide the heel of a shoe, especially dress shoes or heels from that era, down between them, and the shoe will then hang by the top of its heel with the sole resting against the lower rod. This was a space-saving way to store multiple pairs of shoes in a shallow closet. Tan-colored, fibrous but light stuff was found in a hole at the bottom of a fridge. The finder recently cleaned up a cold brew mess that had leaked and noticed small holes on the edges of the bottom that look similar to a sponge. What is this stuff? The finder's guess of insulation is almost certainly correct. The space between the inner liner and the outer shell of a refrigerator is filled with foam insulation to keep the cold in and the heat out. The tan-colored, fibrous but light stuff is likely a piece of this polyurethane or similar foam insulation. There might be a small breach or hole in the refrigerator's inner plastic liner, perhaps damaged during a previous repair or from age, which allowed this piece of internal insulation to become visible, especially after being stained by the leaked cold brew coffee. Found while metal detecting in a yard in the mid-Atlantic Washington, D.C. region, this is a 1.25-inch non-ferrous, probably aluminum octagon with SUNBRIGHT embossed on it and a hole near the top. The finder guesses it's a tag from some sort of product, maybe related to agriculture or horses. What is it? This is a rose variety tag. When you buy a new rose bush from a nursery or garden center, it often comes with a durable, weather-resistant tag like this one attached to one of its canes. The tag identifies the specific variety of the rose. A quick Google search for Rosa SUNBRIGHT confirms that SUNBRIGHT is a known variety of yellow grandiflora rose. The hole is for the wire, or plastic tie, used to attach the tag to the plant. It's a common piece of horticultural identification that could have been buried in the yard for years after the rose was planted. Included in a fishing toolkit, this ovoid, silver, 3-inch long, probably aluminum something is a mystery. It's lightweight, non-magnetic, and has no hooks, holes, or buttons. It's shaped like a flattened egg. What is this featureless metal object for? This object is a piece of stainless steel soap. It's a small piece of stainless steel, often shaped like a bar of soap, that is used to remove strong odors from your hands. After handling pungent foods like garlic, onions, or, in this case, fish, you simply wash your hands with the stainless steel soap under running water. The stainless steel is believed to bind with the sulfur compounds that cause these odors, removing them from your skin. Its inclusion in a fishing kit is perfectly logical for getting the persistent fish smell off your hands after a day of angling. Seen during the installation phase of a small residential housing development in the UK, these black plastic crate-like boxes are being placed in the ground. A friend thought it was something to do with EV charging, but the real purpose is more related to civil engineering. What are these? These black plastic crates are for drainage. Specifically, they are soak-away crates, also known as stormwater infiltration or attenuation tanks. In modern construction, managing rainwater runoff is a key requirement. Instead of directing all rainwater from roofs and driveways directly into the sewer system, which can cause flooding, these large, hollow, but strong plastic crates are buried underground, often wrapped in a geotextile membrane. They create a large underground void where rainwater can be temporarily stored, attenuation, and then slowly seep, infiltrate, back into the surrounding ground, recharging groundwater and reducing the burden on the public drainage system. This irregular-shaped metal object was found in a bag of wood mulch from a home improvement store. It has a lead or steel gray color but is very light for its size, weighing 3.7 Oz. What is this lightweight metallic contaminant? This object is identified as slag from welding. Slag is the vitrified, glass-like byproduct that is formed during some welding processes, such as shielded metal arc welding, stick welding. It is formed from the flux, a material that protects the molten weld pool from atmospheric contamination. After the weld cools, the slag is chipped off, leaving a clean weld underneath. Slag is often lightweight and porous, can have a metallic sheen, and comes in irregular shapes. Wood mulch is often made from recycled wood waste, and it's possible a piece of metal with slag on it was accidentally processed along with the wood. If you love uncovering strange and mysterious objects, hit that like button and subscribe. Stay curious. More finds coming soon.